morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. For some reason, I set the stream up and it starts rolling, and the software was going, and it was saying it was going out, and it was doing its thing, and it was having its thing. And then at the restream page, nothing was happening. So I had to basically turn everything off and back on again. So good morning. Hi. Happy Monday. I mean, it starts out like a Monday, and it just goes on like a Monday. It's just, we got a Monday. Monday. It's obviously more Monday for some people than it is for others. And since I'm already behind, I'm going to jump right in and just show you this business right here. You know that the right is desperate. I mean brutally desperate when they start bringing up Ashley Babbitt again. And greetings from the High Castle, right? By the way, this is me looking at the chat. This is me looking at the what's up right there on the screen, and this is me looking at my software, just in case you were wondering. If they're going for Ashley Babbitt, if they're diving into Greg Kelly territory, not good. It means they're running out of ways to defend Trump. It means they are desperate to, because somehow, and this is the part that kind of struck me about this, was I think it was Tom Fitton who put up the first piece. Let me see if I can dig this up, because I mean he's one of the people, like, he's Judicial Watch or whatever their shit is one of the groups that is sort of charged with defending Trump randomly against yeah, here it is. Ashley Babbitt, an unarmed citizen, was shot and killed for no good reason by a Capitol Hill police officer. Okay, first of all, shut the fuck up. First of all, there is no way in hell that Tom Fitton would defend anyone else for the exact same behavior. New evidence missing in Ashley Babbitt killing. New docs show Pelosi police officer treated with kid gloves by Biden DOJ. What do you mean kid gloves, for fuck's sake? There's a mob outside screaming that they were going to hang the vice president. They still hadn't cleared the House members out of the chamber behind him, less than 50 feet away. They were bashing through the window. She climbed through. Nobody goes through the window. The door was barricaded. Like, how many versions of don't come in here do you need as a human being before you stop bashing holes in the interior of a building? It's one thing, in some ways, you could say to even the people who burst in through the windows on the outside of the building, that was a security missed opportunity in that regard. But once they're inside and they continue to break through barriers and they're chanting "Hang Mike Pence," even if you're like a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat soldier or something like that, you're still legally responsible to protect the vice president of the United States. So, like, and secondly, does anybody think for a fucking second that Tom Fitton would let you or anybody be the first person through a window with a mob of people through a window of his house that they broke in, as long as he couldn't see a weapon in your hands and all you had was a backpack and a big group of people behind you, and you were screaming to hang one of the members of his household, even if it was someone he didn't like? Would this asshole essentially just go, yeah, come on in? Yeah, no. I mean, there's no good reason to stop you. It's friggin' ridiculous. I don't understand any of this bullshit. There are two arguments that confuse me the most about January 6th. One is that Ashley Babbitt was an unarmed person amongst a crowd of unarmed people, as if anybody who's ever seen The Walking Dead or a movie about a mob is ever just worried, like, well, they don't have any guns. How could hundreds, if not thousands of people harm me? Liberal Dan, is YouTube broken? I can't send my monthly milestone super chat. I don't think so. It shouldn't be. Fingers crossed. Things were a little slow this morning. I don't know if it's me or them or whatever. Hang in there. Don't worry about it. There's always Venmo. We'll always have Venmo. So, this one being that she was unarmed and she had a backpack on. She was with a group of people chanting "Hang Mike Pence." They were invading the place. Everybody who was every police officer in there was hearing, "We're being overwhelmed. They're smashing through. They've attacked us. They're ramming through the door." All that kind of shit. It was not like, it's okay, they're all just walking through and waving, it's not a big deal. It's like, it was, half of it was, I'm getting crushed, and the other half are, we're trying to divert them through an area of the Capitol where nobody is, so we're waving them through, send them east so we can get everybody out through the west, through the tunnels. And those are the, that's what that guy's hearing in his head, when she smashes through the window and comes through and he ends up shooting her. And by the way, if another person had followed her, that person would have gotten shot too. It's just that those folks stopped coming because it worked. Okay, secondly, the 10,000 soldiers nonsense. Trump said again on Truth Social, and I responded to it, and it got censored. They've been censoring a lot of my truths lately. I feel like I've been denied my truths on Truth Social. He was making this case that he offered these 10,000 National Guard troops to protect the Capitol. Okay, first of all, no, he didn't. It was never official. He never officially offered that many people. As a matter of fact, when Muriel Bowser asked for, I think 320 was the number, but something thereabouts. When she asked for that many National Guard troops, what she got back from Christopher Miller was, fine, you can have them, but you cannot get, they cannot be armed, they cannot engage, they cannot have shields, they cannot have, fucking pepper spray, they can only do traffic. Basically, they were, so the idea that we could go, let's ask for more folks, and then Christopher Miller is going to say, yeah, you can have 1,000, but they can't engage, they're not allowed to talk to anybody, they can't wear body armor, they can't carry shields, they can't carry blunt weapons, they can't carry arms, they can't carry pepper spray. Like, it's silly. Anyways, but the biggest, most ridiculous part is, why in the world would anybody in the Capitol naturally think you would need 10,000 troops to protect the Capitol against Trump supporters? Why is it a dunk on anybody in the Capitol or in the mayor's office of DC that they didn't know that the MAGA crowd would be violent psychopaths, that they would attack the Capitol? Why is that? Oh, well, like, of course we were going to do that. They could have had 10,000 soldiers to push back against it. Why the fuck would anybody go, yeah, oh, definitely, he's going to have a rally, they're definitely going to attack? It's absurd. And if your defense is they could have had 10,000 soldiers to push back against my supporters, the fuck was up with your supporters that they attacked the goddamn Capitol? And the idea that not only did you offer these folks that you didn't offer to protect the Capitol when there's no particular reason why anybody should have thought, oh, they're going to attack. And then he puts in this thing about, I'm going to walk down to the Capitol with you in the speech, and then takes it out. Because I guarantee that if he'd have left that into the draft of the speech, the next 24 hours on January 5th to January 6th would have been all about, we need to surround the fucking Capitol with police and National Guard troops. On second thought, we do need those people, because this asshole is going to tell his people, we're going to walk down there and I'm going with you. And if Mike Pence doesn't do what we need him to do, I'm going to be very upset, and you're going to have to be very strong, or you're not going to have a country left. That all was still in the speech. Yeah, the ellipse is also 2 miles away. But there was also a speech in between. There was at the mile mark in between. It's not that big a walk, but the halfway between was all the people who were too unhinged to be on the Trump stage. And that, by the way, included Rudy Giuliani with his fucking trial by combat bullshit, and Eastman saying that, Mike Pence absolutely has the right to throw out the electoral count, which he absolutely did not. so that when Trump came up and said Mike Pence should do this, and if he doesn't, we're going to be very upset because he can. The illusion that he can do it was what caused a lot of the friction. If he'd have gone, I know he can't do it, but God damn it, it's my country now. Like, there'd be a bunch of people went, whoa, hold on, what the fuck? But it was the idea that they'd all been bullshitted into thinking that he could do something about it. And then Trump comes up and goes, he could do something about it, but he's not. Yeah, Rulie, Julie, Andrew, right. So the idea that Trump thinks it's important or thinks it's like a valid argument that Nancy Pelosi or Muriel Bowser or anybody in the Capitol didn't want 10,000 soldiers surrounding the Capitol is more about his awareness of what his group was planning. So here's the question. He floated the idea of 10,000 soldiers, of National Guard troops, but he never officially made the offer. Why? What was in between? Well, somebody said, if you order them to help you, most of them aren't gonna. It's a violation of their oath. It's a violation of the Constitution. You cannot just take these 10,000 National Guard troops you placed around the Capitol, turn them around and go, I hereby deputize you. This country's been stolen from us. It was a fake election. Attack. They won't do it. And what'll happen is half of them are going to open fire on it. We'll have a Kent state and a bunch of maggots will get shot and then blah, blah, blah. That's why. So he went, all right, well, let's just not have them, because since they're not going to help, it's better that they're not there. Why would they be there if you didn't want them there? Well, if anyone knew he planned on going to the Capitol and that had been left in the speech, there would have been more security. So taking that part out of the speech was intended to lower the security at the Capitol. It was on purpose. Also, the Tom Fitton, like, black guy shoots white woman, is like... The only person murdered that day was unarmed Ashley Babbitt. What was the contents of her backpack? What was in her backpack? What was there? See that backpack? See that? What's in it? What's in there? Is it... She just had a bottle of water? She's not... for sure she's not the pipe bomber from the day before. For sure she doesn't have multiple weapons in there. All she's doing is climbing through the second of two that we know of bashed windows after people were ramrodding through the front doors. Tom Fitton has an English degree and is not a lawyer. Oy, well, that's weird because he doesn't seem to understand English either. Tell me what's in her backpack. And tell me, by the way, that Tom Fitton would allow anybody with the same backpack, weight, density, thickness, to climb through a window of his house without fighting back. Do you just let her in? And even, by the way, if you know it's a she at that point. How do you know? You don't, at this point, I'm not even going to go with this dude knows it's a female. If that even matters when someone comes through. God knows, the butcher knife at the end of a hand doesn't really care about the gender of the person wielding it. So, yeah. Anyways, this is how bad it is on their end. So I don't understand how a person crawling through a bashed-in window of your house would be considered unarmed if they have a backpack and they're with a crowd yelling to hang someone who's in the house. And you would argue there is no good reason to fire back. The other thing is, every time Trump says they could have had 10,000 soldiers, he's admitting that he had always intended to attack the place. Okay. U.S. Open. These are ads. I don't care about what people wear at the VMAs. Tennesseans. By the way, Gatlinburg was lovely. Marsha Blackburn. Tennesseans do not want socialism. Okay. Well, then, I guess they're not for what? Sports stadium subsidies or something? What do you mean? You're not getting socialism. None of this is socialism. None of what you're seeing is socialism. Even the debt relief from student loans isn't socialism, fucko. It's it's taxation with representation. It is a representation of taxpayers saying banks are getting bailed out when they hit a wall. I just went through, the largest spike in tuition costs and interest rates in ages. And then even when it leveled out, I'm still behind because my service to the country wasn't credited during the time I was in the fucking, uh, in the military, or I was serving as a nurse, or I was with Doctors Without Borders, or any of that kind of shit. So I owe more than I should owe, and I'm behind on it. So therefore, if a bank can get bailed out and it's not socialism, so can, therefore, a margin of people who will, by the way, benefit the country long term. This is not socialism. People voted for this. This is democratic taxation. This is democratic voters, by the way, small d democratic, across the board. This is an overwhelming number of voters saying, I am voting for a portion of student debt relief. They didn't vote. The majority of people did not vote for Bernie Sanders. They did not vote for any of the candidates who were saying, I'm going to wipe out student debt. They didn't do it. What they did vote for was Joe Biden in overwhelming numbers, when he was saying, I could alleviate $10,000 worth of their debt, which is precisely what he did. The Pell Grant addition was another factor that they found out they were able to do once they got in office. That's it. It's not socialism. It's simply how we want to spend our taxes and in a way that will benefit the country. Part of that is on education. Public schools are not socialism. You pay for them with your taxes because you have representative government and you have local control over them. It's not socialism. The only thing we have in this country that is even remotely close to socialism is the closed space of VA hospitals. And because you can even go outside the VA hospital system if you're a veteran, still not socialism. And also a primary aspect of democratic taxation, where you decide, I'm going to pay for this. We need an army, and people in the military do things that get them injured, and therefore it is only right that we pay to heal them if they are harmed. That's tax choice. General welfare clause in the U.S. Constitution. Exactly, MJ Daniel. This is not fucking socialism. None of it is socialism. It's so fucking silly. Do you feel bad about the FBI getting attacked because of all your lies, Margaret? Oh, have you done a town hall in 5.5 years? Oh, I see. Somebody. No questions today. We shouted our questions at Marsha Blackburn. She fled a blue ribbon cutting with seconds today, ducking multiple local media outlets in attendance. Isn't she one of the ones that talk shit about Biden when he doesn't take questions, when he makes a statement? With people blocking her. How come you haven't done a town hall in 5.5 years? Well, because Tennesseans don't like that. They don't need it. Yeah. Fundraising appeal for Marsha Blackburn. You've been granted access to a top secret memo about the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago. Use the password Trump to unlock. Well, it's almost as easy to unlock as the room he had classified documents stuck in. You want to know what the key was? Let's see if I probably have something laying around I could use. Let's see. What do I got that would let us get into let's see. What have I got? Most of the things I have in here would be too big for that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you go. This'll do. There you go. This. There you go. That's it. You want a key to get into the Mar-a-Lago safe room? That's all you need. Blunk. Just stick that in the hole in the door. On the handle, pops the fucking lock. God damn it. We put a padlock on it. Did you latch the padlock? No comment. Unlike radicals in blue states that are allowing abortion on demand, Tennesseans believe that life is precious and to be protected. First of all, abortion on demand is one of those like field tested bullshit phrases that just sounds like women are just fucking awful and that they're going to come in ready to burst and go, I take it back. I don't want this thing anymore. Cut it out of me now. Bash its head on a rock. I decided I'd rather go to the Bahamas. Like, that's the opinion of women on behalf of the right wing. So weird. Yeah, bobby pin would get it. Yep. A bobby pin would get you into the door at Mar-a-Lago. If life is precious and should be protected, then why no Head Start? Why no school lunch? Why no free child health care? How about this? How about prenatal and postnatal care for mothers in the country? I'm good for the taxes that would go to that, because we would have fewer school shooters. We would have fewer psychopaths and murderers if, by a percentage of at least 7%, if women had proper prenatal and postnatal care, and that we could sort of arrange for people not to have massive head injuries as children because they are abused. Kind of trickles. If it's precious and it should be protected, at what point does it stop being precious? When you're 15 and at a grocery store and some fuckhead decides to walk in with an AR-15 like that? Is it no longer precious or should be protected at that point? By whom? And by the way, does it have to be acutely protected? If that life can be taken so easily by some asshole with an AR-15, why does it have to be only protected if a cop is present when it happens, or a good guy with a gun happens to be standing there? Why is it only to be protected if they can topically be there to fire back on the person? Why can't that protection be ultimately prophylactic? Why wouldn't you want the protection against school shooters, for example, to be something that takes place well before the actual exchange of gunfire occurs? And ultimately, by the way, if that is your system, if it is only topical, is it only if there's a good guy with a gun or there's a cop by, are you really protecting it? Because by that time, a lot of them are dead already. By the time the person draws, by the time the person returns fire, at least a couple of people are gone. So your topical solution is no cure. Yeah, the death penalty is legal in Tennessee. Pro-life, my ass. Right. Oh, look, she's doing her. Is she signaling, or is that a? Maybe the next pitch should be high and outside. Maybe is that what that is? Yeah. So a lot of it is like there is no belief in the sanctity of life in the anti-choice movement. Yeah, I think so too, Stargal. It's a little. By the way, that is not the OK sign is not a white supremacist sign in reality. It started as a troll on 4chan or Reddit, and it grew into something that people started doing. But I'm not. You guys know I am not in the business of handing over normal, like the OK sign, to white supremacists. I mean, it's bad enough that Tibetans and fucking Buddhists have to deal with the fact that the Nazis took the swastika and the actual one of their actual religious signs and turned it into a symbol of hate. That's not their fucking fault. There was a camp in San Francisco, hold on, that had Buddhist tiles that had been brought there, that were a century old. Hold on. And they had to remove them. Yeah, here you go. NBC Bay Area. Here you go. This is let me be abundantly clear. If you participated in the canceling of a summer camp because they had Buddhist symbols and you can't tell the difference between the Buddhist ones and the Nazi ones, the camp administration says the tiles were added to the building back in 1929 before Nazi Germany co-opted the symbol. Several employees of Hidden Villa, including the camp's director, resigned last week over tiles that depicted a Buddhist swastika and a lotus flower. It's not called this, by the way, the swastika in Buddhism, but whatever. And a lotus flower, which decorate a building at the camp. Part of the problem is calling it a Buddhist swastika. That's fucking not what it is. The camp administration says the tiles were added to the building back in 1929 before Nazi Germany co-opted the symbol. It says when community standards members raised concerns about the tiles, the camp held the discussion and ultimately removed them, but by then the staff had resigned, leading to camp to cancel all sessions. If you are a member of staff and you resigned because of Buddhist symbols the Nazis had co-opted on that particular, after they had removed them, fuck you. Are you gonna be traveling to Tibet anytime soon with a fucking sledgehammer? What kind of an asshole is that ignorant about that symbol in particular and doesn't go, as a matter of fact, it's a great learning and tool of dismissal, because one of these days, and I know this is shocking to people, one of these days, the concept of what a Nazi really means is going to fade into history. Maybe it'll be 100 years from now. Maybe it'll be 500 years from now. But at some point, this is going to be an anecdote. And the quicker we get to that point, the fucking better. And one of the ways you do that is, hey, these assholes co-opted this symbol. We're taking it back and we're leaving it the way it is. Fucking morons. They quit after they removed the tiles, which they shouldn't have had to remove in the first place, because it's not Buddhism's fault that Hitler did this. And all you do in those situations is give power to the people who seize those images for their own use. Ugh. So fucking stupid. Other than that, I have no opinion. It's bad enough they had to remove them because they're very obviously Buddhist symbols. Yeah, the Buddhist one goes the other direction too. Yes. So it's ugh. Anyways, here we go. That's why fascists cover themselves in the American flag. Dragon X Flyer, that's exactly right. So I watched somebody last year say, I get triggered at the sight of the American flag. What the fuck do you think? It's the same thing they did to Buddhist symbology. I'm sorry, so what happens? They get to claim the OK sign as a sign of white supremacy, like some fucking gang symbol, and we're supposed to just kind of nod, oh, okay, I guess we don't have that anymore. And then they're going to do it with the American flag? Fuck you. At least we had time to push back on it in that time. I proudly wear the American flag. You guys know this. Because that's the intent. So, yeah. John Cornyn trying to make himself meaningful. Democrats and the FBI created the Hillary Clinton standard for non-prosecution of mishandling classified information. Will Donald Trump be held to a different standard? He had physical documents, dum-dum. Did he write that? Did he write his own? Oh, by the editorial board. Oh, really? The editorial board of a Rupert Murdoch-owned newspaper, apparently. When Hillary kept classified information on her private email server, Justice and the FBI let her off. No, they did not. They went through it, and the stuff they discovered was, while classified, not classified, top secret, and they're loose. They believe the loose handling of it was the dangerous part, and it was on a server that was never hacked. Show me the 60 days of footage of who came and went from the locked room at Mar-a-Lago, and tell me that all of those people who came and went in that footage all have security clearance currently with the U.S. government, and that there is any paper trail at all, even the slightest shred of it, around the declassification of any of the stuff that was in his room. Forget it. It's a shit argument. But this will be part of the defense. Yeah, this is the story about how many. Yeah, there you go. House Republicans issued more than 70 subpoenas and letters investigating Hillary Clinton just since the FBI's decision on emails in July. Ever since the FBI director made his announcement, Republicans have been unloading everything in their arsenal against Secretary Clinton, launching a desperate onslaught of frivolous attacks, trying to do everything in their power to bring down her poll numbers. Based on their own record, House Republicans have focused more on their obsession with bringing down Secretary Clinton than any other issue facing Congress. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is 2016. Yeah, this is right before the election when Comey said this shit. And by the way, again, what Trump was trying to do to getting Zelensky to announce an investigation into Joe Biden and Hunter Biden in Ukraine was to recreate the Comey moment that he knew had helped hand him the election. Which, by the way, turned out to be fucking fart air. But there you go. And also, if the stuff that Trump has is on par with the stuff that Hillary Clinton was alleged to have had, then he will receive a similar punishment for said stuff, which is next to nothing. They will go, well, he was a little loosey-goosey, and he shouldn't have been. And that will be that. Right? Or the level of panic going on over there points to a knowledge that it's way fucking worse. Oh, and this is about Lindsey Graham saying there's going to be riots if he's arrested. And Riot Games gets a boost. Good for you guys. This is, yeah, here you go. Graham, where did he say this? He said it on Fox News or some shit. Yeah. Lindsey Graham threatened violence against Mary. Yeah, I think he just thinks that, hold on. I think he just thinks that that's what's going to happen. And he also thinks that the fear of that is part of what has kept these folks at bay. Beg your pardon, there's a bit of a mess here. I was reorganizing yesterday. I want to see what he says about this, because this is a direct quote of this shit. Hold on. Hold on. That's very low. Why so low?
The House and Senate begin to block off time for state prosecutors going forward. Is that where we are?
It's very quiet.
Well, if we let county prosecutors start calling senators and members of Congress as witnesses when they're doing their job, then you're going to throw out of kilter our constitutional balance here. I've got a good legal case. I'm going to pursue it. But I just want to sort of end in this note. You love the law. I love the law. I've never been more worried about the law and politics as I am right now. How can you...
By the way, the fact that, what's his name? Trey Gowdy is back on Fox. Also not a good sign for the network.
Tell a conservative Republican that the system works when it comes to Trump. Look at what happened with Crossfire Hurricane. It was a joke of an investigation. People lied and manipulated the evidence.
The only person tried and found guilty of lying and manipulating evidence was doing so to help Carter Page and to help Donald Trump. The changes made to the FISA warrant application, for which this person was found guilty, made it less likely that Carter Page's warrant to surveil him would continue. Less likely. The lying and the manipulation of stuff was internal to and protective of Donald Trump. It's a detail that all of these fuckers leave out.
Look what happened to Hunter Biden. They gave him a complete pass.
There is no Hunter Biden laptop. They didn't give him a complete pass. They said, politically, we're not going to make the same mistake Comey made. We'll keep looking into his tax issues. But this bullshit laptop story, which never turned out to be real, and there is no Hunter Biden laptop. I repeat, there is no Hunter Biden laptop. Doesn't exist, not real, bullshit, 100%, fuck off.
Apparently, and the social media outlets in this country suppressed information that could have mattered.
Nope. Lies that could have manipulated the public, not information that, quote, could have mattered.
And if they try to prosecute President Trump for mishandling classified information after Hillary Clinton set up a server in her basement, they literally will be riots in the street.
No, there won't. Secondly, also setting up the, quote, server in her basement, that's not where the server was. That's I'm just going to say, I believe it was in a closet of the house, not in the quote unquote basement. The basement idea has to do with this, like assholes like him who believe that all computer stuff happens in basements and is therefore nerdy. Daily Wire made a movie about the Biden with who? Sorry, the woman from The Mandalorian. Wait, God. Yeah. Smash that pot again. What? Yeah, it's Hunter Biden, got it, and Hillary Clinton, and they did the same thing. So why are they bothering? All right, well then, here's the other thing. If they bleach bitted their devices, which you're supposed to do when you leave the State Department. You're supposed to destroy any devices that had any connection to it, so that somebody can't find it when they go through your fucking garbage. Let me make, if you don't understand why everybody on the State Department teams and intelligence and everything don't utterly destroy their devices when they're done with their service, then you're totally going to be confused why someone travels around and collects Vladimir Putin's shit when he poops in another country. Do you hear me? There's a person, the KGB or the GRU or the FSB or whatever they're calling it these days, whose job it is to collect Vladimir Putin's shit so that no one can get their hands on it. Like, if the Russians are that paranoid about his turds, no pun intended, you bet your ass they know how to get into a device that I erased it and mailed it back to the company. It should be fine, right? Jesus.
I worry about our country.
No, you don't. Or you wouldn't even, like, say that. Hold on.
Social media outlets in this country suppressed information that could have mattered.
Nope.
And if they try to prosecute President Trump for mishandling classified information after Hillary Clinton set up a server in her basement, they literally will be riots in the street.
Okay, first of all, setting up a server in your basement, even if that's what she did, which she didn't. Everybody who has their own real estate company often will have their own server. Now, there's stuff you outsource to AWS, but there's a bunch of stuff that people can do on their own. And setting up a server in your house is not some extraordinary thing. It just fucking isn't. You have to be willing to pay for the traffic. And so most people who, fucking Mike Lindell has private servers that of his very own that are set up in buildings he's arguably probably never set foot in. Brandon House is probably lying to him right now about the existence of those servers. But Mike Lindell has his own private servers, which contain, by the way, all the information of everybody who has signed up for Lindell TV or Frank's Speech, just for the record, on his private server. If you trust his security, good luck. It's probably the same people who did Parler. So, and secondly, if there was a genuine chance of riots, he wouldn't even be saying this. There won't be. I'll tell you what there will be, though. Random lone wolf psychos triggered by this bullshit shooting people. Randomly shooting people in grocery stores and other stuff. Beginnings of the uprisings. That's it. Yeah. I mean, it's goofy. Not going to happen. And this is same shit. Bend, Oregon, there was a shooting. That's what this is about. Guy was open fire in a grocery store, just firing down the aisles. Shot. It says 3 people are dead. 2 people were shot and killed by the gunman, and then he's dead too. 9 people dead in mass shooting killings over the last 24 hours. Oh, that's fun. Muqtada al-Sadr's, oh, look, it's like a mini January 6th. Iraq imposes curfew after al-Sadr supporters storm Baghdad's Republican palace. Oh, the irony. And people have said we could never export our version of democracy to the rest of the world. Har, hardy, har, hardy, har. Hold on one second. It's toasty. I got to turn the fan on. It's toasty. It's hot here in Vegas. Yeah, we're total trendsetters. Yeah, it's trending, but there's only one thing. Okay. Saucy Santana put on incredible VMA pre-show performance. Okay. This is about fascism. It's not really fascism or fascism or the right streets. Okay. That's fascist warning, right? Yeah. I mean, all these are in relation to him basically threatening that if MAGA doesn't get its way, that they'll attack. I got news for you. They won't. They won't. They're not going to. You know why? Because a bunch of them just got their student debt erased. Because a bunch of them are hoping that insulin caps get passed in September. Because a bunch of them have medical debt and other shit and are waking up to the fact that they have jobs because of the infrastructure bill and the ability to pay for their to get insurance because of Obamacare. It's not happening. Like I said, it'll be a rogue bunch of fuckers. I told you guys, I was in Taylor Swift announces new album, Midnights. I didn't even realize she'd broken up with somebody. I quit. All right, quit. Young Gravy took Addison Rae's mom as his VMA's date. Huh? Huh? Why are you sticking your pinky up? Oh, because he's classy. I see. Arctic Monkeys, Cars representative. Okay, that's the company. I see. And then the band, right? Okay, whatever. Don't care. Megan, the Duchess of Sussex, is the Cuts fall fashion cover star. Again, here let me state this again. I, as an American, live in a country that fought a war so that I don't have to give a shit about royals, whether they were born into it or whether they married into it. And if you want my opinion about people who marry into it and the innocence thereof of the people who marry into a monarchy, go read up on the Remington House. Good Day DC. I think I'm going to be on it's just like everybody's just saying hashtag Good Day DC. Is that what's happening? Get out, sassy. Come on. Everybody's just like, Go to school. Everybody be safe. Just let people... Can we let kids go to school for fuck's sake? Jesus. Yeah, no kings, no monarchs, no dictators, no theocracies, no autocracies. Fuck that. I'll take democracy as messy as it is every fucking time. And that's why I believe in total participation. Uh-oh, Keith. What'd you do, Keith? Keith, what'd you do? Keith is trending in... Is that Keith? Keith Whitley? Keith Cartoons? Keith... Why is it trending in politics, though? Oh, because this is British. I see. They're talking about... Yeah, okay. Again, don't care, kids. Don't care. If you want to impress me, get rid of your monarchy entirely. If you can. I don't know that you can. Sorry. By the way, this is my take on a couple of these things. Trump endorsed Kevin McCarthy. Yeah. How do you think the Boberts and the MTGs are taking that? Why is Ashley Babbitt trending? Because they've run out of arguments. I covered that at the top. It's up again. Like, you know. This was my reply to the Tom Fitton thing, of course. If you follow me on Twitter, you can see that. It's basically what I was talking about earlier. And I did get my Truth social post was censored. I don't know why. I had to post it twice before it stayed up, and even then it disappeared quickly. I liked it. I thought that was you know, if it takes you a while, maybe not as funny, but it was immediate. That was just my immediate reaction to it. I probably could have, you know, thought through it and put something a little more eloquent, but that was just my instant response. Also, hold on. Just in case you guys don't know, Truth Social shouldn't shock anybody. Is stiffing its vendors. This is the last time I read this story. It was just straight up 1 million. So it must have been 1.4, and they were rounding down. Now it's 1.6 in unpaid hosting fees. What do you want to guess that in a month it's $2 million? Former President Donald Trump's conservative social media safe haven Truth Social is being accused by a vendor of non-payment of upwards of $1 million in hosting fees, according to a report from Fox Business. That was the funny part, was that the story it started on Fox. This is a Fox Business News story. See that? You think it's going to be on Kudlow? Huh? What are you doing? All right. Truth Social's finances have been in significant disarray, sources say. Really? But you're telling me that putting Devin Nunes in charge of something he knows nothing about? And,
Hi, we're Casper, and we make award-winning mattresses delivered right to your door. With a 100-night trial and free, no-hassle returns, it's never been easier to unbox your best night's rest.
Social media
Visit
locked in a bitter
Casper.com
battle.
store near you.
One of its vendors claiming that the platform is stiffing the company out of more than $1 million in contractually obligated payments. If the allegations are true, they are. They would suggest that Truth Social's finances are insignificant.
I love when we have Charlie Gasparino here because we've been talking remotely in the post-COVID world. This is one of the rare occasions we've seen each other in the flesh. Love when I get that. I learn a lot when Charlie comes on. He's also very funny. But the big story now is this drama building around Truth Social. This is Donald Trump's
He's
social
fucking
media
these guys went,
it's actually doing better lately in terms of
to
user
set
growth.
up a company
it's apparently
protects
picked up
free speech,
after the FBI raid on his residence. So it's they got some more users. It still trails
right?
Twitter by a mile.
They created RightForge to do that.
It kind of can't get out of its own way. I mean, remember the glitches at first. Then there's a merger with a SPAC called Digital World Acquisition that's being held up for lots of reasons, including grand jury investigations about
the audio on it. Sorry, I didn't see that. My headphones aren't in. I apologize. Fix. Okay. Is among Truth Social's largest vendors and creditors. These people say. In October, creditees, not creditors, creditees, these people say. Right? Because RightForge is extending them credit for the period of time that they aren't paying. Announced it entered into an agreement to host Truth Social in October last year, which helped Trump create what he, after he was banned from Twitter, blah, blah, blah. RightForge now contends that Truth Social has reneged on its contractually obligated monthly payments for setting up the platform's web servicing infrastructure, according to 3 people with direct knowledge of the matter. These people say RightForge contends that Truth Social has made just three payments and ceased making any payments since around March. RightForge claims that Truth Social owes around $1.6 million and is threatening legal action to recoup the money. RightForge CEO Martin Avila declined to comment on any private matters. Well, I'm sure if it wasn't true, he would go, that's baloney, and would move on. Right? What aren't you going to talk about? But wouldn't deny the disagreement between the two entities. He added in his statement, our founding vision is to make a second internet to support America's ideas online. RightForge believes in the mission of President Trump's free speech platform and wishes to continue supporting the president in his media endeavors. Unfortunately, we cannot do it for free. A spokesman for Truth Social also would not deny the matter when contacted by Fox Business. A spokesman for Trump had no comment. It would be one of those things where, were it not true, it'd be pretty easy to just kind of go, that's ridiculous. We're up, we're good, it's doing well. Because nothing will come back and bite you in the ass. The problem is, with these kind of things, there's going to be a record. This company is selling a service, and you are paying for that service, and if you stop paying for that service, but they keep giving you the service, there's going to be a piece of paper that says, we kept giving you the service, and there's going to be a piece of paper that says, we billed you for the service, and then there's going to be a bunch of other pieces of paper saying, you never paid us for the service, and no one's going to have a check that cleared that said, yeah, we did pay you for the service. Like, that's why everybody's... Truth Social is part of Trump's media and technology group. Right, yes, the Trump Media and Technology Group, and all of its other companies, which are... Well, there's... And, the thing where he goes, and last year they broke ground on what is the hold on, can we look at it? Maybe we should do that. Hold on. Trump Media and Technology. How many want to bet it was 45 books was part of it? TMTGcorp.com. A uniting force for freedom of expression. Trump Media and Technology Group. No political discrimination. Bullshit. Then why was I censored so many times? No. Canceling cancel culture. Oh. How unironically stupid. Standing up to big tech by being small tech and never having the capacity to get big. That's what we do. Follow the truth. Okay, our brands here. Truth Social, TMTG Plus, TMTG News. The truth is coming. That's it. That's the whole page. What's TMT? I'm clicking. There is no TMTG Plus. Maybe this. TMTG News. Nothing. So that's it. The brands are Truth Social. This doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. Is there a fucking menu at the top? Oh, hold on. Whoops. Our Vision company owned by investors. Oh, if you want to invest, check our, hold on one second. Investor relations. Please click here to subscribe to email alerts. Cookie notice. Fuck off. Our Vision Company Overview. Loading PDF. Company Overview. Page 1 of 22. TMTG. Trump Media. Hi, thanks for being here at our online Zoom conference for investors into TMTG. We got a lot of positive things coming up. Guys, I'm Carl Harsfeather, and I'm the world's leading Donald Trump Jr. impersonator, and I'm here to join the mission-driven organization. Our TMG will fight for First Amendment protections and freedoms of all Americans, protect democracy, defend capitalism, aspires to create a media powerhouse. Well, okay. Aspirations are always lovely. Against big tech companies of Silicon Valley who've used their unilateral power to silence opposing voices in American change into a big tech Facebook job began to forcibly silence President Donald John Trump. Fuck, dude, we're fucking 4 sentences into this horseshit, and they're already whining about him. Good God. Tech monopoly, censorship, free speech. This is page 2 of page 3. Page 1 was the title. Facebook bans President Trump. Stripe stops processing payments. We're gonna do it for you guys. Other freedoms are at risk. Twitter bans U.S. president, maintains Taliban account. This is one of their ongoing things, too. This is kind of like the 10,000 soldiers and Ashley Babbitt argument. How is it that the Taliban manages, considering who they are, to stay within the terms of service of Twitter, and Trump can't? How fucking dumb do you have to be out-savvied in your online speech by the Taliban? Market opportunity to disrupt. What if digital media wasn't the FANG monopoly? What if it could be FANG or fapping? FA, Trump Media, Technology Group, Apple, Netflix, Google. Page 6. Corporate overview. Corporate competitive structure. Very exciting. Okay, so Truth Social versus Twitter and Facebook. TMTG Plus versus Netflix and Disney Plus. Fuck me. They're going to do their own TV and movie shows. So basically, how do they start? They buy up all the Hercules episodes and Nugent concerts they can get. Just any Nugent YouTube video, they just buy them and then copyright strike them on YouTube. It's the only place you can watch them there. TMTG Plus is going to be his own Netflix and Disney Plus. Get the fuck out of here. And TMTG News will compete against iHeartMedia and CNN, mainly. And then long-term opportunities, this is in the gray area. This part is grayed out because these features, you have to upgrade your feature set for these menu items to not be grayed anymore. They're going to basically create a payment platform that rivals Amazon Web Services as your Google Cloud and Stripe. There it is. Fucking hell. Just for the record, no, they will not. Not by any stretch of the imagination. You fucking lunatics. Hold on, I want to drag this over here. This is so fucking stupid. the Clint Eastwood lecturing a chair video. Kmart Hercules. Right. All presented by Mike Pillow. 100%. And by the way, beating out Stripe and Amazon, isn't that in Mike Lindell's territory? Trumpazon, right. The history of U.S. media political segmentation. The 1790s to the 1850s. They've had control. Radio, cable, TV have been split along ideological. Will social media soon follow? Says hold on. Fucking hell. This is a sales pitch. This is supposed to help them get investors. as my father would say, sorry, people at home. That's the noise my dad makes when we're in a live performance and something sucks. He taught me to do that when I was a kid. How sorry is the driver showing? Oh, quit it, Parks. Quit it. So, an industry ripe for further segmentation. We're not going to build our own pie. We can slice it into smaller pieces. TMTG will be a fountainhead, little Ayn Rand reference there, of support for American freedoms as the first major rival to big tech. The first major rival to big tech? The fuck are you talking about? Big tech isn't actually a thing, dummy. Snapchat didn't rival big tech. They sought to become big tech. Twitter didn't rival big tech. They sought to become big tech. All of these things are seeking to become big tech. What the fuck? No, Raspberry is just doing that. That's a Raspberry. Ask any Stooges fan. Trump's historic social media following. Oh, fucking hell. Let's just pretend that's not overlap. Also, why wouldn't you just go to the Obamas and try to give them your money? They've already got a deal with Netflix. Sizing the digital audience. It's all going up, up, up. Everything's going up, up, up. Everything's going up, up, up. Everything's up, up, up. And if we just get on this thing, we'll just automatically go up, up, up. Potentially hundreds of millions of users. Look at these things going up, up, up. They don't even have to be good. They just go up, up, up. They're going up, up, up. All of it's up, up, up. Look. Give me your money. Look at this. Get on this train. But another train. Not that train. I mean, these are going up, up, up. There's no guarantee that we'll go up, up, up. But look at that thing. Up, up, up. That's all you need to know. Oh, good Lord. Building a non-cancelable global community. The fuck is that? Is there a little Earth on Earth's horizon? It doesn't look like the moon. And why is it on fire? What the I guess this is red and blue. They were just trying to fix a... This is page 12 of their prospectus. Yeah, it's the Death Star. That's no moon. Run, Luke, run. Inclusive big tent approach. Trump's historic following. We're going to still use this. Wait a minute. What? 89 million Twitter followers. 33 million Facebook followers. 24.5 million Instagram followers. Trump's historic following. If I may. We are just looking at the same stats written the same way. 209. Yeah, you're just basically taking the same details and making a second graphic. The FARC. Cool. TMG? Question mark. Good. Yeah, I would just start at 0. Since it doesn't exist, to be fair. 1/3 would use Trump-backed social media platform, according to The Hill. One third of what? Would you use a social media platform that's backed by former President Donald Trump? Yes. No. But hold on. Okay, it doesn't make it any bigger. The fuck? Trump media and technology. The details are so fucking small on this thing. There's just no fucking way. March 30th, 2021, The Hill. 1/3 of what? His own followers? Hold on. Oh, I see. So Trump wants you 1/3 of what is your question? I'm sure. Is this fucking playing music? Hold on. Quiet. It's not. I hope it's not playing audio on it. I can never tell without my headphones in. I normally don't do videos in the top. Later. Okay, so it's not playing. Good. 1/3 poll. 1/3 would use Trump-backed social media platform. This is allegedly voters. 1/3 of voters said they would use a social media platform that was backed by President Trump, a new Hill Harris poll finds. By contrast, 54% of registered voters in the March said they would not join such a platform, while 16% said maybe. That means half of fucking Republicans said maybe, and the vast majority would not. 78% of Democratic respondents and 58% of independent respondents said they would not use a social media platform created by Trump. The others, by the way, would troll the fuck out of it. I use it, not how they want it to be used. And also the whole bullshit about it being they don't cancel you or any of that shit is garbage. All right, we're almost through this, and then I'll galvanizing a conservative media universe. TMTG, Newsmax, everybody, all the atoms are flying towards it in a nuclear fusion of right-wing talking points. Gitter, Revolver, Rumble, OAN, The Blaze. They can't all wait. They just want to stick to it like fucking Velcro, like burrs in the fucking weeds. Okay, just a graphic of Truth Social. That's it. Page 16 is just that. Truth Social mission. The Big Tent social media platform encourages open, free, honest global conversation without discrimination against political ideology. Bullshit. If you mock the president, you can get kicked off just for that. Conservative following should provide catalysts for Truth Social growth. Should, but it's not. It isn't. As a matter of fact, everybody who joins is keeping their old account. Also, what the fuck is that? Oh, I see. These are Trump Biden followers on these different sites. Yeah, you do realize this is not normally, especially on the Democratic side. That's not how we rule. Again, this is very monarchical, cultish bullshit. TMTG on-demand programming. All right, so they're not going to have a 24-hour network. What is it? I agree. What is it? Boxing, Trump meeting a sumo wrestler with his ass hanging out, someone filming someone, stop wondering, what? Stop wondering, start wandering. What? Trump TMTG Plus is an on-demand, will be, might be, ain't. TMTG Plus is not an on-demand streaming service that will provide news. Will? If it is, then it does. Never mind. News, Big Tent entertainment. Yeah. Exciting documentaries. Sports programming for sports ball show. Good. I get to watch sports ball on TMTG Plus, where people play sports ball and make good ball game with sports ball, and more. Well, thank God. I thought it was gonna. I thought they were gonna end at Big Ten entertainment, news, exciting documentaries, and sports programming. No. They're going to have their own version of Shark Week, where he sits on a bed with a different porn star every week and goes, "Hey, sharks, scary." And chat, Ella, when will Trump own the internet? Right. I'm starting to understand why MAGA backs this winner. Fucking hell. Honestly. Hold on. Can I show you this? Hold on one second. Here's you want to see what Biden did when he left office as vice president? By comparison, just while we're looking at this, can I point of order, Mr. Chairman? May I? Yeah, cancer moonshot. Report to the president from the vice president on October 7th. This is this page intentionally left blank. Here's a letter from Joe. Signed it, Joe. Launching the cancer moonshot. There's consensus in the cancer fight. We have reached an inflection point. There's good reason to have hope. Let me explain what I mean by that. There is more collaboration across research disciplines than ever before, and this is needed to solve the complexity of challenges like cancer. 5 years ago, oncologists weren't routinely working closely with immunologists, virologists, geneticists, chemical engineers, and others. Now they are. Because of technological advances, researchers are now able to analyze cancer genes and proteins along with other genes in the body, putting us closer than ever before to understanding what causes cancer and how to attack a particular cancer. Using this improved understanding of cancer biology, we can now target and treat cancer cells with therapies that boost the immune system, that use low doses and new forms of radiation, and more targeted chemotherapy. Many of these new treatments are effective at killing cancer cells while doing less damage to healthy cells. Advances could eventually transform many types of cancer that are currently hard to treat, such as liver cancer, brain cancer, and pancreatic cancer, into chronic, manageable diseases. Everywhere I traveled, I was told that data are key, and we have an unprecedented amount of and diversity of data being generated daily through genomics, family history records, lifestyle measurements, and treatment outcomes. Here you go. Challenges and opportunities. Progress on the Cancer Moonshot Task Force. This is their point, what they're working on. Private sector engagement and action. These are all the companies that are working on it. Not a lot of pictures of the, like, where are these kind of pictures in this? Why aren't we getting a big, I mean, come on. Shouldn't we have a big, like, bunch of pictures, cattywampus, with little arrows pointing? I mean, how come there are no pictures of the Earth that, like, this? How come what during the chemotherapy thing, why is there so much detail? Why can't you just put one of these and say, oh, cancer, and then all these like good treatments written in little circles headed right towards it? Why not? Why you gotta do me like that, Joe Biden? Why you gotta put all these big fancy schmancy words in there? Why you gotta word it up? Here you go. It won't be easy, but we can do this. We can give more time. We can give more hope. Not someday, but now. That's the ending of the statement. All right, we'll see how this thing ends, because it'll probably end with as big a message of hope. TMTG. Oh, God. I wonder if they're hiring. Hey, it's supposed to be diverse. All right, where were we? We were at 20. We only got 2 pages left. History of President Trump's entertainment success. Excess. Apprentice wins for NBC. Apprentice tops CSI. NBC renews Apprentice. These are the actual papers. Like, they took pictures of these things that he had. Miss Universe. Ratings. NBC's Miss Universe pageant tops Sunday in demos. Not all of them, but in some. In middle-aged men looking for whacking material in the middle of a Sunday afternoon. Donald Trump sells Miss Universe to WME IMG. What? Why is that a good sign? If he made it so profitable, why would he? I guess maybe he's cranked it up. In chat, it does not matter. Trump do not pay anyone. Hello, yeah, no, not at all. Disclaimer. Oh boy, look at the fine print. Son of a bitch. Confidentiality and what? Hold on. I gotta can I drag this? No. Fuck a duck. Hold on. Take this. Gotta make this so
I am so excited about my new Casper mattress. It allows me to sleep
Confidentiality. The presentation is not intended to be all-inclusive or to contain all the information that a person may desire in considering an investment in the company, and is not intended to form the basis of any investment decision in the company. You should consult your own legal, regulatory, tax, business, financial, accounting advisors to the extent that you deem necessary, and must make your own investment decision and perform your own independent investigation and analysis of an investment in the company and the transactions contemplated by the presentation that should... Hold on. I gotta fucking just scroll this. There you go. Use of data. The data contained here is derived from various internal and external sources. No representation is made as to the reasonableness of the assumptions made within or the accuracy of or completeness of any projections or modeling or any other information contained herein. Any data on past performance or modeling contained herein is not an indication of future performance. You see this shit all the time. And because the company TMTG assume no the company and TMTG are two different ones. So the company is, I guess, the Trump organization. Depends on which company we're talking about. Sorry. Internal use only, property of Trump Media and Technology Group, not to be distributed to others with or without our express prior consent. It's posted on your fucking website, dum-dum. So I guess that's the prior. Use of non-GAAP financial. This presentation includes certain non-GAAP financial measures, including on a forward-looking basis, such as adjusted gross profit, contribution profit, adjusted blah blah blah, GAAP gross profit, buy less sold and associated with the sale of blah blah blah. But guys, just don't read that part. Personnel disclosure. All personnel listed in the deck may change from time to time, subject to no notice. We might fire the fuck out of somebody, and if you invested because you're like, oh, that person seems qualified, don't count on it. If the boss doesn't like the cut of their jib on Monday, they're fucking gone by lunch. They're walking towards the door with 2 security personnel on either side of them with a box of their shit. Please do not rely on any personnel listed in the deck. Some personnel may or may not be in a consulting phase, subject to a contractual employment agreement. There is no guarantee whatsoever that such employment agreement will be finalized. So even the people that are like, we got this person, we got this person, we got this person, we got this person. Actually, we don't have this person or this person or this person or this person. We're talking to them. They may be consulting. I might just be saying that. I might just be talking out of my ass. Companies are cautioned not to rely on listed personnel nor does TMTG give any assurances regarding listed personnel. Classy. Stay classy, Trump. Stay classy, Truth Social. SoCal. There we go. So that's it. That's the whole fucking company right there. Our company overview. This is our overview deck. Please download here and view in your browser. That's the thing. That's the deck. Careers. Let's see. Let's see. Come work with us. Look at that. Out in the field, you alone with a flag. With your own, you get your own flag to hump at TMTG. Feel free to rub your dick on it. And, to show how much you love America. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a hazing we do around TMTG. If you're not willing to rub your crotch on a flag and kiss it, you're just not cut out for the kind of groupings we have here at Truth Social. Some of the flags, you can get your own pre-humped flag, but that's your bonus at the end of the year, if it gets paid at all. We're hiring the most talented people in the engineering, marketing, and operations, moderation, and finance. View openings. All right, oh shit. New York. Remote, okay, full-time. You can apply to be a content acquisition professional. So you can get, you can walk in there and go, I got a great idea. Why don't we buy the rights to show Hercules? Cha-ching! Fuck off, buddy. Let's apply, shall we? Apply to position. Use my Indeed resume. Apply using main site who we are. Trump content. The team at Trump Media and Technology Streaming is seeking a creative and seasoned leader. Oh, I thought these were like employees. They need people to actually run the fucking joint. 5 years experience content acquisition for a major video on demand or content distribution. Yeah, I think I qualify. I'm going to sign up for all those. I have to build an Indeed one. Hold on one second. I'm hearing something outside. Give me a second. I will be right back after hold on. I have to go to this page, and then this page. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on. And be nice. And I'm back. Hold on one second. There we go. Hi. Just grocery arrival, and you can't leave those outside because they will melt. Anyways, where were we? Oh yes, I was joining the exciting world of TMTG. They need a content developer manager because once they get this shit, they got to format it into I guess 1080p, 1080i, 340. What do you think the quality is going to be? Oh boy. And you can work in Sarasota, Florida, which sounds great. They need 3 people there. They need a community content administrator. They need an expert in open source software development. Please apply here. Please. And then, oh shit. One second. Let's see if I can get this. It's going to be big. No. There we go. I got to lift this up. Look at this. Look at that shit. Expert in something not listed? Please apply here. I'm a welder. I think I can help you develop with community development because I'm good at putting things together. That's what I would like to I play some fiddle, but I am an expert in card tricks. And by the way, several of them are just you. I mean, they are. You can tell. You can see what's coming, and you know where I'm hiding the card. But there's a certain charm. I'm an expert in making them charming. Expert in ventriloquism. But the trick is I use no puppets at all. That's it. Yeah, I use no puppets at all. It's kind of amazing that I can do this with no puppets at all. And the great thing about it is, being an amazing ventriloquist without a puppet, is that because you don't have the puppet, everyone stares at your Adam's apple as it moves up and down. So, Yeah. By the way, you can be an expert at something and and work remote. It is full-time. You have to be a full-time expert in whatever. Oh, God. Please come run our company. We don't know how any of this works. Expert in open source software development. What? That means they're using Mastodon and free shit to build their company instead of developing their own stuff. Fucking hell. Community content administrator. What does that mean? What's it say? What will you do? Ensure user compliance with established community guidelines. You'll kick people off for stuff like HAL SPARKS puts on Truth Social. Work through invasive and or disruptive content. Work through invasive and or disruptive content. You mean you'll just keep working even though it's being blared into your fucking ear? What? Hold on, I have to look at this. Work through invasive and or disruptive content. You work through it like, oh, this is invasive and disruptive, but I think it's a keeper, honestly. This is invasive and disruptive, but no, I think we've got to get rid of that one under because I'm an expert. Porn, exactly. Review and respond to trust and safety related inquiries from internal and external stakeholders. He means trust and safety related inquiries, meaning if users want somebody kicked off, respond to it. But if Trump decides somebody, if users, that would be the external. And if Trump decides, or Devin Nunes doesn't like being called a lolcow, he can kick you off. You got to deal with his emails too. Audit other community content administrators' work for accuracy. Spy on your fellow employees. Perform other related duties and assignments. Well, at least it's not overly broad. Do you have any questions for us? Yeah. The fifth thing in what I'll do, I made a note right next to it. I wrote like what ? I know it might be, my question might be overly broad, but then I gotta say, what the fuck? All right. Passionate about social media communities, behaviors, and best practices. Knowledgeable about current issues. You got to be qualified. Experience with investigating and reviewing digital content. I'm sure that won't attract anybody weird. Passionate and ambitious to grow the platform. Yes, we don't want you languishing just doing tasks like other related duties and assignments. Self-starter with strong critical thinking skills, meaning we don't want to pay for managerial staff, so you're going to have to fix shit on your own or get fired. Technically savvy and able to quickly adapt to back-end systems. Please know the technology better than we do. We have not vetted any of this shit. Please bring good ideas. It's like one of those auditions for commercials that I've done over the years before I was noon, where they would go, just have fun with it, which means just write some jokes for us. You can use the script, but just make it your own. And by anything you say here, we will make our own. Nice to have. It is nice to have. It's nice to have experience with social media user generated spam and abuse moderation. It is nice. It is nice. And it's nice to have experience developing SOPs, guidelines and training materials. BA and BS preferred. Oh, believe me, they've got plenty of BS. Don't worry. I got some badass bullshit for you, son. Come on now. Other information. In-office position required. The position may require scheduled work outside of normal business hours. Ideally able to work for any U.S. employer without sponsorship. We would like as many illegal aliens as we possibly can. No visa program currently. Currently? Well, I'm glad they're seeking it. They're not afraid to ask Congress and the White House for special visa waivers. It's equal opportunity. Promotion later to call leave of absence solely on qualification, merit, business needs at the time. Prohibits discrimination. Our company is an equal opportunity employer that prohibits discrimination, harassment on the basis of any protected characteristic as outlined by federal, state, and local laws. Usually, they write those out, those protected characteristics, like including, but saying that they do that would be off-brand, as it were. Company website. Back to that. United for freedom, our brands are one and none. Our vision is of an open road because darkness. All right. Privacy policy, terms of service. Yeah. Careers, blah, blah, blah. Contact. Thanks for your interest. If you have any questions. Attention press request. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's it. That's all you got. You can email them, or you can, I guess, mail something to Mar-a-Lago. That is the address for Mar-a-Lago. What a jackass. Troll killer. Thanks for, did we have to kill a troll in here? Did they get broomed? What happened? Russian driver's license required, yeah. You do not need a visa if you are a pregnant Russian woman, since you already have an apartment at Trump Tower, Miami. So yeah, so this was one of the big stories that he's. By the way, you too could work at an organization that is not paying the service fees for it to actually fucking exist. Mar-a-Lago is more of a hotel than a home. Mar-a-Lago is more of a hotel than a house. The idea that this asshole has, quote unquote, a home, where he's like, finally, the place that I really, this is where, the kids and I had Christmas, and these are the memories that we have, what we talk about in terms of home, what you feel is home. Notice the road is going to the right? Of course it is. Invasion of privacy. Did someone grab you by the pussy? So yeah, that's the extent of those today. Let's check back in on civil war is trending because there's not going to be a civil war. There is not. It's not going to happen. There's still some dangerous fuckers out there, but yeah, it's not. Yeah. Agreed, Palmer. There's not going to be a civil war. Yeah. We don't need a Trump-inspired civil war for things to get real bad real fast. He tells not to prosecute President Trump because it will anger his supporters. Delusional. His supporters are already extremely angry. We don't negotiate with toddlers or terrorists. Agreed. Witness history. What? What the fuck is that? Senator Doug Mastriani is the man to straighten out PA. What? Mastriani is misspelled. In the caption, witness history, Gettysburg. The meme riffs on actual promotion from the Hollywood movie Gettysburg. I see. Because of the sword. So his name is misspelled. MAGA Network Television presents Gettysburg with Jenna. Okay, yuck. If you're dumb enough to support this guy, you're never going to win a civil war. They're never going to even fight it. Like, come on. There will be no civil war. Fuck off with this nonsense. Why is this tweet unavailable? I don't respect these MAGA Republicans. Yeah. And by the way, you think there's a reason why they're not playing the sentence before that? Where he said, I can respect conservative Republicans, but I don't respect these MAGA Republicans. I'll see if we can do this. Biden, I can respect conservative Let's see if they, oops, I misspelled. It gave me a chicken. Back up. There are no real, not many real Republicans. There you go. That's what this is. This is what they cut down. And Hogan doesn't side with Biden every time.
What's happened is there are not many real Republicans anymore. By the way, your sitting governor, he's a Republican you can deal with. We disagree. No, I'm serious. But at least he's within the mainstream of the Republican Party. I respect conservative Republicans. I don't respect these MAGA Republicans. And folks, everybody thinks I'm exaggerating when I say this, but they're coming after your Social Security as well. And you think I'm kidding? What's happened?
He's not, and we know he isn't. And that is exactly why. That is exactly. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why. Quite. Sorry, it was so loud. There's a reason why they are cutting off the top of that. His movements are so slow. Yeah, that's true. I think he's got. I think he's always riding his Peloton, and I think he has lower back stiffness because of it. That's my theory. Because he walks like that and he moves like that, but he likes to go biking all the time. He still does it, so it's not like he can't move. I just think that's his biggest exercise activity, and I think at his age he just gets stiffness from it, and he's always doing it. He's got a Peloton in the White House. He goes bike riding all the time. That's my theory. If you're, and so it stiffens his back, so he walks like me after leg day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to call it lumbago, right? I'm old and I still have stiffness. This is exactly right. Look out. Hell, my back hurts after biking. Yes, he does it all the time. I think that's where it comes from. I'm sticking to it. Oh, Elliot Gould. I hope birthday. Yep, he's 84. My first professional acting gig was with Elliot Gould. That's me on the left. I'm kidding. I was in Frog with Scott Grimes, who's on the Orville, Shelley Duvall, and Elliot Gould. It was Shelley's company, and Elliot played Scott Grimes' dad in it. And Paul Williams played the voice of, and then thereafter the Frog itself. Or the Frog Prince. I mean, this is basically the 70s in a nutshell. Right there. That's the 70s. You want to know what the 70s is? One single picture. You're welcome. Little Murders. All right, we'll have to watch that for his birthday. Such a talented dude, so fun, such a sweetheart. Mm-hmm. That's just going to be the picture all day, is him drinking that beer. Keith, if that's not Richards, I'm not interested. Shall we look at we got about 5 minutes left. Let's at least cover some of what's going on in Ukraine right now. We just sent them a bunch of new stuff. And they're about to get air superiority. The Poland, I want to say everybody but Italy and Germany has over 90% of their natural gas reserves full heading into the winter. Germany and Italy are the slowest because they are bigger, but they are making their way. They're in the area of like 46 to 56, somewhere in that zone. Danes, Germans back Baltic wind hub to offset Russian gas. Yep. Watch for thorium reactors coming into play. The man who started Russia's war in Ukraine in 2014 says Ukraine has broken through Russia's defenses in Kherson. He says Ukraine is surrounding and routing our forces east of Kherson between Dnipro and Ingiliz River. Wow. Holy shit. That's not a good sign for them. And it's a very good sign for the rest of the world. Holy shit. I mean, they've been pushing towards Kherson for a long time. The Ukrainians have. If they've broken through Russia's defenses in Kherson and they have not even begun the full blitz. Ooh, shit. Kherson, Russians on the run. They've been there for a long time, so they've been able to dig a lot of trench work and a lot. Holy shit, they are bailing, man. They're not that. Whoa. Holy shit. Oh, look at this guy. Fuck. Some people differing about the translation. At Sergei Kuryanko, the Russian official in charge of Russia's occupation, said Russia is here for real and for good. A few weeks later, state media posted this video of him saying Ukrainian special services tried to kill him. Fat chance, he said. Okay. Zelensky's party collaborated with Russia's occupation of Kherson, was shot dead at home in Kherson alongside his girlfriend last night. Holy shit. Russian investigator was in charge of grain, which Ukraine accuses Russia of looting. Whoa. Ukrainian forces have begun a counterattack to retake the southern city of Kherson, which is currently occupied by Russian troops. That's going to happen. Happy counteroffensive day. Everyone in Ukraine makes the same joke. Commander of the Ukraine, making sure Ukrainians won't miss the season of famous Kherson watermelons. Ukraine no longer is in NATO action plan and wants membership. According to yeah, this is the biggest move. They're going for Crimea. Yeah, they grow watermelons in Kherson. I mean, you have to understand, anything you can grow in the United States, Ukraine can grow. Anything that's common to the United States area, anything you know of that you could grow, it's similar. Their weather cycles are slightly different, I would imagine, but temperate, as far as their temperature and the climate, fairly close. Base imagery of Zaporizhzhia has some stuff. First of all, check out the Russian armored vehicles. They're parked like ducks in a row in front of a Unit 5 under an elevated walkway used to access the reactors. Yeah, we saw that in some of the video that was snuck out of there. There could be two reasons for that. Russian stationing vehicles try and protect them from indirect fire, to try and conceal them from satellite imagery. Not working, though. Max Range clearly shows two holes in the roof of an important support building. According to a very good map, it's one of radioactive waste treatment buildings at the plant. It's a soft target that contains some radiological material. Ugh. No. Showing wildfires are still burning to the north of the plant, including a small one less than a kilometer away. These fires may be the result of shelling around the plant. Both Russia and Ukraine are blaming each other. Yeah, I think they're just burning the territory to keep people back. Yeah, that was nuts when that explosion hit. People fucking... how do you vacation in a war zone? Like, the ego that has to be involved, or how deluded you would have to be? So weird. Ukraine's partisan behind enemy lines. Imagine you're a Russian soldier and day after day there's a bomb somewhere near you. Do you think a soldier can sleep that way? Wow. Ukrainian forces have started a long way to counteroffensive. Yeah, so that'll be the story today. We'll keep up on that, and I'll talk about it later this afternoon. Meet with fellow ministers from all countries September 8th in Germany to discuss support for Ukraine and its war against Russia. Cool. Practice alliance of military is gaining comment. Yeah. Basically, what they're saying is tacitly that Ukraine is already in NATO, but for the signing, the only thing is that the attacks within Crimea or within Ukraine by Russia don't trigger an automatic NATO response. But for all the other aspects, us providing them arms, us providing them training, that kind of stuff, it's starting to move in that direction, if not already sort of being capitalized on. And it's very little difference in that regard today. I do push back against the idea of a proxy war with Russia. It's the other way around. Russia is having a proxy war against democracies in the West through Ukraine as like a tacit warning. It was supposed to scare everybody off. It just failed miserably. The European Commissioner says the world has been watching our response to Russia's aggression. The stakes are clear to everyone. Ukraine must win this war. Agreed. Ukrainian military calls to remain silent regarding the counteroffensive of the armed forces. The news is out there. It has inspired everyone. Now we need to be patient and understand the sequence of action of the military units. Yeah, keep your mouth shut and loose lips sink ships and blah, blah, blah. White House says Russia should agree to a demilitarization zone around the Ukrainian Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. Yeah, I agree too. But does that mean they're going to? China just freaked out about that. Did you guys see that? Hold on one second. I'll finish. It's turning into a Midwestern goodbye, but yeah, here it is. China calls on Putin to end Russian roulette at Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant in Ukraine after disaster near miss. Beijing warns just one incident might cause a serious nuclear accident with irreversible consequences for the ecosystem and public health of Ukraine and its neighboring countries, which are trade partners of China. China has issued a thinly veiled attack on Russia's brinksmanship over the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant in Ukraine as fears of disaster escalate following a near miss at the site. Senior Chinese officials told the UN on Friday that just one incident could cause a serious nuclear accident with irreversible consequences. Geng Shuang, China's deputy permanent representative at the UN, pointedly called on all parties involved to exercise maximum restraint, strictly abide by international law, and minimize the risk of accidents. Well, no one else is parking their gear and their weapons and their troops at a nuclear facility except Russia. Just saying. Throwing that out there. So this was just recently. Yeah, this is a huge deal. And the fact that it's barely in the news is another story in and of itself. Ukraine announces military offensive across the south, signaling the launch of a long-awaited push to retake Russian-held territory. This is it. They're going for Crimea. And they're going to get it. They're just waiting a little bit. They fired those initial things to scare off the tourists so civilians will leave. They're basically trying to scare them out by hitting these specific facilities. And it's working. Hold on. Oops. Yeah. There's no new news on it, but this was the lead up. Russians are realizing Crimea is not a place for them, says Zelensky. Ukrainian president's comments come as thousands of Russians flee Crimea after strikes on peninsula. There's big shots of them on the road leaving. This was 2 weeks ago. These initial strikes were to basically prime the pump and tell everybody, get the fuck out while you can. And it's working. I mean, they just... ammunition at an abandoned Russian position reportedly captured today by Ukrainian forces in Kherson. Woo. Oh yeah, there it is. If they're already in Kherson, There's no official information on Ukrainian gains in Kherson Oblast or even on the exact direction of the counteroffensive. Well, they wouldn't want you to have it. Russian military-related Telegram channels claim that the Ukrainian military were trying to break through in the area of Pokrovsk, amid the escalation along the entire front line. Quit it. Pokrovsk lies on the highway connecting Mykolaiv to Kherson. Yeah, they're just saying, zip it. Don't talk about it. Maybe that's why there's sort of a moratorium. Local councilor Ihor Yoshpenko shared a photo of Russian soldiers allegedly fleeing from Tomarin, Kherson Oblast with their belongings. And some other people's. Does that mean Russians vacationing in Crimea will have to head to a resort in the Aral Sea? Yeah. I fully intend to live. I just want to share if you want. Oh, Stargal, I'm sorry. I'm catching the tail end of your conversation in there. I missed the top of. Oh, is your I'm sorry, Stargal. Love to you. We all know what that's like, and it's never good, and so yeah, big hug until I see you. I'm going to sign off now, and I will see you guys this afternoon for the 3 o'clock show. This is the HAL Sparks Mornings Mega Worldwide. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. You have a thumbs up on your way out the door. All the stuff I'm supposed to say that I've forgotten to say all morning long. All morning long. But at the very least, I will see you guys this afternoon, where the panic margin in Trump land is increasing day by day. Day by day by day by. Anybody? Nope. All right. See if we have any other Tomahawk fans. Much love to you guys. Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else. Thank you guys for the super chat. Thank you, Nicholas and Buddha and the Eagle. Thanks so much. Oh, your first super chat. I got 30% off. Nice. That's great. Thank you, Jeanette, and thanks everybody, and wish me luck on sending my resume to Trump Media and Technology Group. I hope I get the job. I don't expect to have any work to do or to ever get paid, but I will get to use my own printer and my own paper to print out a Trump University diploma that's free with the job. If I ever did really get a job at Trump Media Technology Group, basically I would work there for one day because I would spend the entire day microwaving fish in the company microwave. That would be my. It's my gig. I'm an expert in that. So I said expert in any other area. That's my good side. That's what I can do. Anyways, take care of yourself and take care of somebody else. Thank you guys for showing up on Mondays. I know it's crazy and early, and sometimes it's late. Sometimes you're watching this later. If you're watching this later, much love to you. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you later this afternoon. Okay, bye.